Welcome student. Now we are going to learn our next topic of mathematics part 1, that is ratio and proportion. So I know, or we all of us are familiar with these two words, ratio, proportion. Means you have studied the concept of ratio and proportion in previous standard. Now we will going to learn some more about ratio and proportion. So first consider example. Let us consider one example. So I think most of you or many people like idli. So while making idli, which ingredients are used? That is rice and urid dal. But this ingredient, they are not taken as per your choice. Or if you want to take, means you cannot take 3 bowls of rice and 3 bowls of urid dal. Then your idli will not become better or not become good. So to make your idli best, you have to take 3 bowls of rice and 1 bowl of urid dal. Means to make best idli, you have to take rice and urid dal in this quantity. So we will take, while making idli, we will take rice and urid dal in 3:1. That is 3:1 quantity, that is 3/1. Now consider again example which is given in your textbook. That is Vimal made rava ladu. Vimal made rava ladus. So while making rava ladus, Vimal take 1 bowl of ghee, 4 bowl of rava, 1 bowl of ghee and 2 bowls of sugar. And it is said that the rava ladu prepared by women are very tasty. Means she prepared very tasty rava ladu. But when her rava ladu becomes tasty, when she took 4 bowls of rava, 1 bowl of ghee and 2 bowls of sugar. So here proportion of rava to ghee is 4:1. Means when we take rava to ghee, then we will take 4 bowls of rava and 1 bowl of ghee. This can be written like this 4, this 2 dash and 1. This is read as 4:1. And this is read as 4:1. Then if we consider ratio of ghee and sugar, so it will be 1:2. That is 1:2. If we take ratio of rava and sugar, that is 4:2, that is 2:1, means we take half sugar of rava. So if we want to extend this, means we have to prepare more laddu. Then what will we do? If we take 8 bowls of rava, then this quantity, they do not remain same. They will also change. That is, we will take then 2 bowls of ghee and 4 bowls of sugar. That is, if we make rava twice or if we take rava twice, then we have to take remaining ingredients also double. So, this is the concept of ratio, and this concept, it can be extended up to 3 numbers, 4 numbers. Means here we take ratio of 2 numbers, rava to ghee, ghee to sugar. That is, we take only the concept of 2 numbers. But if we take all these 3, the ratio of 3 or proportion of 3, that will be 4 is to 1 is to 2. Means here we take ratio of 3 numbers or proportion of 3 numbers. Then this concept can be extended up to 4 numbers also. So here means if there are 2 numbers A and B. Now we will come to our syllabus. So the concept of proportion is that when we have to make some our recipes, then we have to take ingredients in some required proportion or in some required ratio. So now learn that if A and B are 2 numbers, then these 2 numbers, ratio of these 2 numbers can be written like A is to B. Ratio of A and B can be written like A, this colon sign. Colon sign means 2 dots, 2 vertical dots, and read as A is to B. Read as A is to B. Now, this ratio again extended up to 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers, means and so on. So we can write that if A, B, C, D are 4 numbers, then we'll write ratio like this: A, B, C, D. That is, A is to B is to C is to D. So one example is given. That is, if ABCD are in the ratio 2 is to 3 is to 4 is to 7. Means ABCD are 4 numbers such that they are in ratio 2 is to 3 is to 7 is to 4. And their sum, if we take sum of this 4 number, that is 48. Sum of these numbers which are in proportion, that is equal to 48. So which are these numbers? Now we have to find the numbers. So means we take 2 is to 3 is to 4 is to 7. Means they are not actually the given numbers. We have to find the actual numbers. The numbers, they are in ratio of 2 is to 3 is to 4 is to 7. So we will consider these numbers, they are in proportion of k, and let the numbers are in proportion of k. They are in proportion of k or in multiple of k, means they will become, that is 2k, 3k, 4k, 7k, and sum of all this is 48. So we will write 2k plus 3k plus 4k plus 7k is equal to 48. Now add this 2, 3, 4, 7. 2 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 7, 16k is equal to 48, means k is equal to 48 divided by 16, that is equal to 3. Now, if we take 2k, so 2k means 2 into what is value of k? 3, that is equal to 6. So on 3 into 3, 9. 4 into 3, 12. 7 into 3, 21. Means the numbers are 6, 9, 12, 21. So this is example which are given in your textbook. Now, what is proportion? So, if we take 4 numbers A, B, C, D, if we take these 4 numbers, then when we say that these 4 numbers are in proportion, so if you know that this ratio can be written as A is to B is to C is to D, or this is the ratio. But what is now proportion? When we say that these 4 numbers are in proportion, when the ratios are equal, then we say that the numbers are in proportion. Means if A, B, C, D are 4 numbers such that A is to B is equal to C is to D, means A is to B means A upon B, C is to D means C upon D. So if A upon B is equal to C upon D, then we say that A, B, C, D are in proportion. Means consider one example, that is 1, 2, 3, 6. So if we take first 2 number, that is this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. A upon B, that is 1 upon 2. Then take C upon D, that is 3 upon 6. That is also again equal to 1 upon 2. Now this A upon B is 1 upon 2 and C upon D is also 1 upon 2. So, these ratios are equal, means this 1, 2, 3, 6, they are in proportion. So, we can say that if two ratios are equal, then the 4 numbers are in proportion. When we say that numbers are in proportion, if the ratios are equal, then the numbers are in proportion. Means consider for number A, B, C, D such that A is to B is one ratio and C is to D is another ratio. Then if A upon B is equal to C upon D, if A upon B, this ratio is equal to another ratio C upon D, then A, B, C, D are in proportion. So, you have learned up to this in your previous standard. Again, you have learned that there are two types of proportion, that is direct proportion and inverse proportion. Now, we are going to learn more about proportion. So there are two types of proportion, that is direct proportion and inverse proportion. Now consider an example you have given in your textbook, that is petrol and distance covered. So if you take 1 liter of petrol, then it will cover, suppose, petrol in liter and distance covered by vehicle. This is the example. Let us consider that this petrol, this quantity is X and distance is the quantity Y. So 1 liter petrol covers 10 kilometer distance. Means in 1 liter petrol, your vehicle covers 10 kilometer. Now consider you change this. You take 2 liter petrol or you fill 2 liter petrol in your vehicle. Then it will cover 20 kilometer of the distance. If your vehicle, it fills a 5 liter petrol, then it will cover 50 kilometer of distance. So if we take the ratio of this, that is if we take X upon Y, so that is X is 1 and Y is 10. So in first case it will be 1 upon 10. Now consider second example. X is 2 and Y is 20. Again that is 2 ones are 2, 2 tens are 20. So again it will be 1 upon 10. In third case 5 upon 50, that is again equal to 1 upon 10. Means this ratio of consumption of petrol and distance covered is constant, means it is same for in all the case. If we take 100 liter of petrol, then it will cover 1000 kilometer of distance. Means it is said, means this ratio again it will be 1 upon 10. Means when from this example we can say that if there are two quantities such that if one varies then another also varies and their ratio or this ratio of these two number is constant, then we can say that there is direct proportion. Means here the X and Y, that is petrol in liter and distance, they are in direct proportion or in direct variation. Now example means which example can we in this, which examples again we can consider. So 1 pen cost 20 rupees, 2 pen cost 40 rupees, 5 pen cost 100 rupees, then this ratio is 1 upon 20. This is also 2 upon 40 means 1 upon 20. 5 upon 100 means again it is 1 upon 20. So when the two quantities they are in direct proportion or in direct variation, then the ratio of these two is always constant and it is nothing but X upon Y. Now consider second example, or the example of inverse proportion. Now there is another example for this. There are given vehicles and bullock carts. These two vehicles are given. Speed of both is given. So car, it covers 50 km per hour, and in 2 hours it will cover 100 km. Now the speed of bullock cart is 5 km per hour, and it will take 20 hours to reach its destination. So again it will cover 100 km. So distance, you know that the formula distance is equal to speed into time. Now consider example, that is a car covers 5 km distance. 5 km distance in 2 hours. In 2 hours. So what is the speed? That is 5 upon 2. Or consider vehicle time speed. So our vehicle is car only. So if the car have to cover 200 kilometer distance, if a car have to cover 200 kilometer distance, then if the speed of car is 40 kilometer, then it will take 5 hours to reach. If it will take 80 kilometer, if the speed of car is 80 kilometer, then 200 divided by 80, that is 2.5. If it will 50 kilometer per hour, then it will take 4 hours. So suppose this is x and this is y. Take product of this. X into y 200, x into y 200, x into y 200. So this is the example of inverse variation. Means in such a case we say that there is inverse variation. So if there are two quantities x and y such that their product is constant, here x upon y is equal to k, which is constant, and here x into y is equal to k, which is constant. Here is, when ratio is constant, then there is direct proportion or direct variation, and when the product is constant, then there is inverse variation.